good to be here again. You're welcome to Esther's Brief. If it's your first time here, my name is Esther Ali. I was once a banker and then turned a businesswoman who enjoys sharing her knowledge and experiences. So if it's your first time here, you should look through all of my previous videos. I'm sure there are informations there that will be of benefit to you. And if you're a returning subscriber as my OGs, right? Thank you guys. Please chop knuckles. You're one of the reasons why I make these videos. And thank you for always leaving me a comment. So let's get right into today's video. Now, to understand more about flour, the reason for this video is let's understand flour. What is flour? This flour we use in making bread. What is this flour? Flour. That's the essence of today's video. You see, there are different types of flour out there in the market. Before we start, please like this video, share, subscribe if you haven't, and please do not forget to leave me a comment as usual. Do you know flour is a living thing? Have you heard that before? That flour is a living thing. Now let me explain. Flour was once a living thing because it is made from wheat, and this wheat is grown in places that have cold temperature, like North America and in Europe. You know, right? So the wheat that is used in making flour that you eventually use to make your bread is imported from either America or Europe. America is one of the largest producers of wheat because of its weather, cold weather. In Nigeria, because of our hot weather, we hardly plant wheat here. And even if we do, we don't really plant enough for local consumption, not talk of exporting. Africa is one of the largest consumers of wheat, according to statistics. Yes, I don't know if you've heard that before. So this explains why flour is so expensive here in Nigeria, because of our foreign exchange. You all know what's happening currently now. We all know what's happening. The higher our foreign exchange keeps increasing by the day, the more expensive flour will become. That's the truth. The only thing I think government can do is maybe subsidize, just give some little incentive to the millers so that at least they will absorb the shock. But the truth of the matter is there's nothing anybody can do. The only solution that government can do concerning our flour is if our foreign exchange goes down and stops increasing by the day. That's the only way the price of flour will come down. But as long as our foreign exchange keeps hitting the roof, nothing for us. So that's all we go to bear am. Our flour will keep skyrocketing. As you notice, today you go to the market, it is this amount. By next tomorrow, the prices has changed again. That's the reality of the bread business. That's what we're going through. You know, so you just have to find a way around it and make it easy for you and your business. Okay? So before I digress, I was talking about wheat. Now, wheat is imported from abroad, from cold regions like North America and Europe. And it is being processed here and turned into flour here in Nigeria. Now, I need you to understand your flour before you use it to bake bread. It's not any flour you see in the market that you just buy, because there are different kinds of flour. There is a flour that is specifically for bread making. It is called the bread flour. I don't know if you've heard that before, right? While there is one used for making things like chin-chin, meat pie, small chops, and all that, cake, is called the all-purpose flour or the confectionery flour. I don't know if you've noticed that there is the bread flour and there's confectionery flour, different from the one for bread. Okay? So using all-purpose flour or confectionery flour to bake bread is a wrong idea. It will not give you the best results. It could also be one of the reasons why you're having issues with your bread. Yes, it could be one of the reasons why the turnout of your bread is not so fantastic. It could be that you're using the wrong flour, confectionery flour especially. Your bread will just turn out like cake. Instead of being stretchy and smooth, it will just turn like cake. So be careful out there. Bread flour is made from hard wheat, and it is rich in protein and high gluten. That's what makes your bread stretchy, smooth, and very pleasant after baking. The bread flour, all-purpose flour, or the confectionery flour, they all look alike. I won't lie to you in the market. When you go there, they're all alike. But how you know the difference between the bread flour and the all-purpose flour, which is the confectionery flour, is when you check the bag of the flour, where that flour is coming out from. It's always written there by the manufacturer. You see they'll specify it, bread flour. or confectionery flour or all-purpose flour. It's always written there. Most times the seller self don't even know the difference. So you're the one that will educate them and tell them the particular kind of flour that you want. Then when you also notice that when you go to the market, they will try and convince you that, madam, bread is bread now. Flour is flour now. Which one be bread flour and confectionery flour again? Bread now, flour now. No, flour is not flour. So you have to be careful. Tell them you want the bread flour. Check the bag or the pack of that flour. It's always stated there. Okay? So you have to be careful the kind of flour you're using so that you don't end up having a damaged bread, or your flour just be messing you up. You won't even know that it's the flour that is messing you up. Sometimes you might be suspecting, okay, maybe it's my machine, maybe it's my this, maybe I did not mix well, maybe I did not do this. It's a lie. It might just even be your flour that is messing you up because you're not using the right flour, right? So that could be also another problem, where problem is coming from. Bread flour has the capacity to absorb more water, which gives you a better yield and volume. And in this business, you need that volume to be able to maximize profits. Okay? Unlike confectionery flour that is made from soft wheat, that soft wheat is low in protein and it doesn't really take much water, unlike the bread flour. So that's why you realize that when you now make your bread will be looking like cake instead of looking like more like bread. Okay, so now let me explain what I mean by the bread flour will give you more volume. What I mean is that, for example, let me give an example. Let's say you use the confectionery flour to make bread, 1 full bag of confectionery flour, and it's giving you 92 loaves. For example, I'm not saying 92 loaves is what it will give you. For example, it gives you 92 loaves, but when you use the right flour, which is the bread flour, you're sure to have like close to 100 loaves. You see that extra loaf on top is your profit. It's part of your profit. So you see that when you use the right flour, your bread flour, it gives you more volume. It gives you more quantity of bread than when you use the confectionery flour. Why? Because, like I said, the bread flour absorbs more water. It takes in more water. And the more water any flour can take, the better yields you will get, the better volume you will get. That's the secret of bread making, one of the secrets. So look for flour that absorbs more water than any other flour. And one of those flours that absorb more water, I won't lie to you, is Golden Penny Prime. Golden Penny Prime absorbs water. Mix and Bake absorb water. I'm sorry, I have to mention these companies because these are flours that I've used. So I'm talking out of experience. Not like the companies are paying me to mention their names. I'm just mentioning them because they are flours I've used and I've experienced them. So I'm talking out of experience. Mix and Bake gives you volume. Prime gives you volume. But when you go and use confectionery to go and make your bread or all-purpose bread, you're shooting yourself on the leg. You're cheating yourself. One, it won't even give you volume. And two, the quality of the bread will not be that great. Confectionery flour is made from soft wheat. Like I said, your bread will be looking like cake when you use confectionery flour. You know that thing when you cut a loaf of bread and it follows you, it's stretchy. That's what bread flour will give you, and all-purpose flour will not give you, right? Your bread will be rough if you use confectionery, no matter the amount of cold water you use. So next time when you go to the market, choose wisely. Don't listen to those sellers who might try to convince you to buy any flour. Their own is that they want to sell their product. They want to sell the flour that they have in their shop. They don't care how it's going to come out for you. So you're the one that knows the difference. You're the one that will advise them. Okay? So it's left for you to educate them and be more specific about what you want. In Nigerian market, there are different companies that mill wheat for flour. Sorry, my diaspora subscribers, I'm not too familiar with the brands of flour you have in your country, but I'll use the Nigerian flour as a reference. So here in Nigeria, we have the Golden Penny Prime, Golden Penny Easy Bake bread flour, and we have Mama Gold, we have Mix and Bake, Dangote flour, Supreme flour, Bois flour, which are all good for bread making. But you see the Golden Penny confectionery or all-purpose flour out there in the market, stay away from them. Especially if you're going commercial. If you're into commercial bread making, please stay away from those flour. Your customers will end up complaining about your bread, right? You just notice that they're not really buying your bread like before. But if it's bread that you're going to consume in your house with you and your family, feel free. You can use any flour. You can use confectionery. You can use all-purpose. You can use any one. After all, if they complain, they are all your family members. it won't really have much effect on you, unlike when your customers out there complain. You see those your customers out there, they are your king. Do you understand? They are the king. They are the king in your business. So you must always do everything to please them. All right? So you must do everything to please them. Ensure you're using the right type of flour so you have a better result. Okay? And you know customers can be very sensitive and very funny. You won't even know the reason why your bread is not moving like before. Maybe before, when you used to take your bread out, before you know they bought everything. But now you realize that you come to this shop, your bread is still there. What's happening? They're not buying my bread. And that's because you're using the wrong flour. So you have to be careful. Like I was saying, customers are very sensitive. They're very sensitive. Most of them will not even complain. They will even tell you why they are not buying that bread anymore. You'll be lucky. Count yourself very lucky if a customer tells you the reason why he's not buying your bread. You should be lucky and thank the customer and praise the customer and say, oh, thank you for giving me this information. So sometimes criticism in this business is a blessing. When they criticize you in this business, is a blessing because it just helps you make better choices, helps you make better decisions, helps you be good at what you're doing. When today they come out and tell you, madam, that your bread no good. That your bread no good. What would you do? You go back to the drawing board and sit up, is it not? So if anybody tells you anything about your product or your brand, do not complain. Take it as a blessing for them even telling you, because most customers, trust me, will not even tell you. They won't even tell you the reason why they are not buying your bread anymore. You will just notice that your marketers or your distributors will take your bread out and they will bring it back and tell you no markets. Every day you'll be hearing markets no day, markets no day. What is making markets not today is because there's something you're not doing right. Your bread is not what they like. So like I was saying, the mix and bake, the Dangote flour, the golden penny prime, the mama gold, they are all flour for bread making. Most of the time, I use mix and bake and easy bake bread. And even Dangote bread flour, I use it. I use mix and bake. So I personally, I use mix and bake and Dangote flour and also easy bake. These are the ones I use. I don't really use much of prime and mama gold because it's quite expensive in the market. And you know, in this business, we always try to, minimize cost and maximize profits. That's the truth. Every entrepreneur does it. So I'm not shy to say it, that I minimize cost to maximize profits. I look for where it is cheaper to buy. Okay? I look for where ingredients are cheaper. If I go to this shop, it's expensive. I don't leave it with that though. I'm going to the next shop where it is cheaper. All right? Because I want to maximize profit. But one thing I don't joke with is my quality. I don't joke with my quality. My quality must always be there. So no matter how you're looking for a cheap raw material to buy, ensure it does not affect the quality of your product. That's one key to being successful in this business. Ensure it doesn't affect the quality of your product. That's always one thing I stick to. All right? Okay. And in the market, another thing again I have different vendors I buy my raw materials from. Don't go and be doing because I'm a good girl. Okay, it's only this person I buy my raw materials from. Not lie. I scout the market. As you see me, I can be in my house like this. I'm on the phone from morning till afternoon, calling different markets, looking for where things are cheaper. Today I call you, please, how much is your flour? If this one say my flour is so and so, I call another person, that one is a bit cheaper. It's that one I will buy from. All right? I look for where it's cheaper. That's another thing. So don't do blind buying and just buy raw materials because you just want to produce bread. No. Look for where it is cheaper. That's the secret to this business. And try to always make in large quantity. Because the truth of the matter is, in bread business, it is more about the quantity you're able to sell. The quantity, the more quantity you sell, the more profits you make. Because there are some things that are static. Things like your salary, employee salary. There are some things that you have to maximize to the fullest. So you need to make more volume of bread to be able to get that profit you're looking for. Okay, guys. So I guess I've done justice to this topic. And if you have enjoyed the topic, please leave me a comment below. like this video if you haven't. And if you've watched to this extent, you've not yet subscribed, you're a new subscriber, you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for now? Please do me a favor, click on that button for me. Alright? Click on that button. Leave me a comment so I know that you were here. Because that's the only way I can even know that you showed up and that you saw this video. It's by you leaving me a comment. So leave me a comment, okay? Even if you don't have anything to say, just say, Madam, you're too much. Or you just say, Esther, you're on point. Even if that's the only thing you say, thank you, I appreciate it. Alright guys, bye. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.